you guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the block, and I am here this week with another tip on creating a healthy home environment to support a healthy immune system and just create a space that promotes healing and wellness. So this week I'm super excited. I'm going to be sharing with you an actual product, like a specific product, not just like a type of product, which is what I normally do. I was contacted by a company called Earthkind, and I'm going to show you one of their products here. They make these products that repel mice, spiders, ants, bugs, and moths, and they're all natural. So I'm super excited to talk about this week because this is right up my alley. I'm going to talk in this week's video about why we don't want to just kill these things in our home. Instead, we want to actually repel them and keep them out of our space. So I'm going to show you a couple other products really quick, and then we're going to get into some slides that it'll go through everything for you and kind of break everything down in really bite-sized chunks. So the first thing is their products. You can find them at Target, Lowe's, Amazon. You can get them right off of their website. And like this one is just a box of the Moth Away, and inside the box what you'll find is this little sachet that is filled with natural ingredients. So like this one's for spiders. It also will kill bugs, repel bugs that spiders like to eat. So this little scented sachet will keep spiders out of your house. You'll use this in an enclosed space. Inside, the active ingredients are rosemary oil, lemongrass, citronella, and then the other ingredients are corn cobs, almond oil, and sunflower oil. So these are all natural ingredients. I actually put one of these in my basement, and it has worked really well. We normally get spiders in the basement because I live in Minnesota. We have underground basements. So far, so good. They last about 30 to 60 days. There's also one that is for rodents. So this would be like for mice. And again, all natural ingredients. If you want them to last longer than the 30 to 60 days, you can put them in this nice little pod that they have, and it opens up, put it in. It's also a good way to keep it away from pets and from your kiddos.
All right, you guys. So we're going to go through some all-natural solutions for bug and rodent repellent. We want to prevent pests without using any toxins. We're going to talk about why that is the case. So I will be completely honest with you. I really don't like mice. Even though I'm an inspector and I see stuff like this, it still grosses me out. I also live in Minnesota, and so we have homes with basements, and we have seasons where bugs and rodents want to get in from the cold, and so we have to prevent them from coming in. And then in the spring, when the snow melts, we see a lot of like spiders and ants kind of coming in. So I used to buy like the store-bought sprays, and I sprayed them around the perimeter of the house, and it didn't click with me for a really long time just how toxic this was because the chemicals were coming in on our shoes. My pet was outside, our dog was outside, and I'm spraying that around the dog. And so I kind of started to realize that this was not the best way to keep my home free from bugs and pests and rodents. So first, let's talk about why we even want to keep them out of our house, other than the obvious reason that it's kind of gross and it's just like instinctual, I think, to keep them out of our house because it feels unclean. So usually, that's just the case. But bugs can also introduce germs and pesticides and chemicals into your home because they come in on like the body of the bug. Not to mention that bugs that end up inside can negatively affect things like electrical boxes, little parts in furnaces, water heaters, if they decide to make their home in those spots. So it's good to watch out for those. Bugs can also attract rodents and animals that eat them, so that prey on them, which makes your home kind of like their new little restaurant, and they're going to try and get in as well. And if you live in an area where like more aggressive insects and bugs are, like carpenter ants or termites or moths that chew through clothing and fabrics, you'll want to carry make sure you get those out as well, because they're going to be damaging the structure of your home or the things inside. And then if we're talking about mice carry disease, bacteria, germs, and it all ends up in the inside of your house. They're extremely unsanitary, and kids and pets can get really sick from them because they tend to spend more time on the floor. They also have poor hand-to-mouth habits. And I have some links in this week's blog post with some studies about this. And then the other part of this is some mice have also been known to carry antibiotic-resistant bacteria, and it can negatively affect our body and immune system. And I have that study for you as well. So we know we want to keep them out now, but we don't want to just use anything. So we're going to talk about the toxins that are in most bug and mice repellents. So before you go get a can of bug spray and bring it inside or stock up on store-bought like mice repellents, you need to know what's in these products. A lot of them contain like a synthetic pesticide. This means that the pesticide is man-made, using chemicals to kill and repel bugs and mice from your home. So the reason that the pesticides are dangerous to bring in your home, there's lots of reasons. So first, some pesticides can interfere with natural hormone production in our bodies, which then in turn can lead to negative effects on the reproductive system. And I have a study linked for you guys in the blog post. There are also studies that have shown that prenatal exposure of pesticides has been linked to birth defects in infants. And then the big one for me in this study is that there's a study that links pesticides to a compromised immune system in infants and children when they're exposed. So, to be completely honest, we're going to just recognize that pesticides are basically a poison. You're bringing it into your home. Its intent is to kill off bugs and insects. And then the problem becomes there's overspray that can be left on surfaces that you're not really even aware of. And the same is true if you're getting like a poison to kill mice and rodents. If you have pets, please don't bring them into your home or garage. We had an incident when our dog was about 5 where somehow she got into like an old tray of mouse poison that had been left in our garage, not from us, but from the previous owners. And we had to rush her to an emergency clinic to be treated. She ended up being fine, but had we not found her right away, we would have had no idea that she got into it. So rodent poison is extremely toxic, and it can be deadly to pets and really harmful to children. So keep those out. And then let's talk about mouse traps, because really the thing is that you're still bringing the disease, bacteria, and germs into your house, and now you have to remove a dead mouse. So ew. So I was contacted by Earthkind, and they were so nice and asked me if I wanted to just try out their system of bug and mice repellents. So I think natural bug repellent is really the way to go anyways. It takes the approach of keeping the bugs and the insects out of your house and then back in nature where they benefit the ecosystem. So the idea is that we're naturally keeping bugs at bay without introducing chemicals, poisons, and toxins into our home. So this is like right up my alley, exactly what I wanted to try out. I used to make my own bug spray. It just got to be too much, and I didn't really like the idea of spraying peppermint oil around my house with pets and kids. It's not super, super safe. So with Earthkind, they use all natural herbs and plants, and they come from local and small family farms. And these farms use traditional and sustainable farming practices, making their ingredients safe for your family to use. So they don't use pesticides at all. The natural bug repellent for spiders not only repels spiders, but it also repels the insects that spiders feed on. So this way, you're getting rid of the spiders and the reason that they're in your house in the first place. The Earthkind pouches last for like 30 days in an enclosed space. I think some of them say 30 to 60. They're not necessarily recommended for outdoor use, but if you want your pouch to last longer, there is a, right here, they have like a little container that you can put it in, and it'll keep it fresh for 90 days. Plus it keeps it out of reach of pets and kids. And then, let's see here. Yes, so here are the different boxes. You can purchase, so they use the natural oils. I should start with that. Rosemary, lemongrass, and citronella for spiders and insects. The spider away is probably what I use the most or have used the most. They also have an ant repellent, which I will start using in the spring when we usually have ants. And you can buy these at Target, Amazon, and then on Earthkind's website. And I have these all linked in my blog post this week, so you can just follow the link to that. So then let's talk about their natural mice repellent. So we have kept natural mice repellent pouches in our garage in the past, but I really like these. They actually smell really good. And I think they're actually doing a really good job because we haven't seen any evidence of mice being in our garage. These pouches contain natural oils. One of them is balsam fir, which is actually a natural botanical pesticide, as opposed to like that synthetic pesticide that we talked about. And again, these pouches last for 30 to 60 days. You can also put them in the pouch pod, which extends the life. I feel so much better having these in our garage, knowing that my kids are playing in there. If anybody's pet comes in, we'll be okay. I don't need to worry about someone getting into them and being hurt. So, and then I want to talk to you guys about some of the other ways that you can help prevent pests in your home. So, the first thing is to seal up your house. So go around your home, make sure there aren't any openings that rodents or bugs can get in. Be sure to check areas near roof lines, around doors and windows, and then at the foundation of your home as well. The second thing is keep doors closed. I know this is easier said than done when you have kids, but you can install like a self-closing hinge if you need to for like garage doors. It'll help the door like swing shut after it's opened. You'll also want to vacuum and dust. So keeping your home clean and free from like food sources for bugs, insects, and rodents will really help keep them out of your house altogether. So you want to make sure that you're vacuuming, all those forgotten places where there's cobwebs, and you want to do it on a regular basis. Corners, nooks, and crannies, that's where we need to get. And then the last thing is to keep your garage in check. So if you have an attached garage, it's a great place to prevent mice and bugs and keep it clean and free of openings that they can get in, because that's like a gateway to your home. I recommend keeping like a good seal on the bottom of your garage door to prevent mice from coming in during the winter. And then here's the Earthkind pouch pod, and then we've got these are what the little sachet packets look like. Again, it's a great product, and I am super excited that I got to use it. And if you have any questions about it, let me know.
All right, you guys, so that is this week's blog post. I'm super excited to be sharing this with you. I hope you guys got some really great information out of the video and the slides. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I encourage you to go to my blog post and find the links to this product so that you can get some of your own to naturally prevent pests and rodents in your own house. Until next week, you guys, be well.